Welcome to Level Up with CMJ. Hey, my name is Joe, and this is my Craps Master Dice Shooting Journey. Today is episode 257 of the Level Up program and day number 97 of the Brown Belt. It is the first episode of the year 2024, so Happy New Year, everyone. And if you're new to the program, this is all about my learning how to shoot the dice at the craps table, practicing shooting the craps at the dice table, and practicing my trend-based betting system. As we go through today, I'm going to talk about my last 5 days on vacation, and I hit the casino on 6 different times. So we'll talk about that as we go through. But hey, if you're playing along with Crapsee, the code today is going to be A9P2D8, or you can hit that play tab in the Crapsee app and it'll bring you right to this craps table, and I will enter the rules as I do them. So, good morning to Roger OMC Craps, checking in number 1 on the chat today, and he actually did message me this year saying Happy New Year, so Happy New Year to you, Roger, as well, and to your wife and family. We got Rick S. checking in. We got the Gaming Pit, which is Buckeye Slim. Happy New Year's to all you guys. Make sure that if you are playing Crapsee that you click the I am ready button, and we can get those bets set. So I hit 3 different casinos over the last 5 days. I went to either Diamond Joe's in Dubuque, Iowa. I went to the Q Casino in Dubuque, Iowa. Or I went to Oneida up in Green Bay. The first night I started off at Diamond Joe's in Dubuque. I played only for 15 minutes, stayed true to the blue collar craps way of playing. And by the way, if you don't know what blue collar craps is, it's a low bankroll and a low win goal every time that you go. But anyway, we played for 15 minutes. We made $75. So I got off the table right away, and I was actually pretty happy about that. Good morning, Marble Fork. Second day I played for about 75 minutes, and again, $200 buy-in, we made $110. Both of those days, guys, I was playing a $10 Horseman. It was a $5 table both nights, but I was playing that $10 Horseman, and the Horseman actually did well. I'd make either break even or just a few dollars on every shooter, and then I made the money on myself as I was shooting. Third night, I went to the Q Casino in Dubuque, and I won $125. I played for about 75 minutes. I had some medium rolls, and by the way, the first night, 15 minutes, I hit the small on that first shooter, so I was actually pretty decent. I walked up to the table that first night, somebody else shot, and then I had a chance to shoot it away, so that $75 win was on myself. Good morning, Lazy Dog. But anyhow, the third night, again, like I said, $125 up. Horseman was going well again, had some medium length rolls, so that's why it took a little bit longer. Fourth night, not so good. We went down $189, so that brings us to a positive $115 for the trip. My shooting was not very good. Horseman actually took a dive. Everybody that I was playing on either picked off my don't come, or they picked off my come bets with a craps number during the roll itself. So Horseman was actually the killer on that one, and my medium to short roll lengths were the other killer for that. So down 189 in that session, still up 110 for the day, or for the week. The next day, or that same night actually, I went to the Diamond Joe's again. I was down $200. Horseman hit me on every single frickin' shooter. And I actually tried something different there. Again, $5 table, but I was doing a $15 Horseman where I would do $15 DC, 3 $15 comes. After I got the DC set on the first come bet, I would do 22 across. 22 inside, so that way I could pick up a little bit extra money, and then after I would get that first come bet, I would take down 2 of those $5 bets. After I got a third or second come bet set, I would take down the rest of the 22, and I would just play the Horseman out and see if there's a profit or whatever. But anyhow, down $200 there, so we're down $90 for the trip. Last night I went to Oneida. and I actually bought in for a little bit more last night. I bought in for $400. I was down to my last $50 and I came back. So I was down $350 for a while. I ended up cashing out down $105 last night. Big thing about Oneida is normally it's a $5 table during the week. It's a $10 table during the weekends and holidays. But I walk in last night, it was a $15 freaking table, which I know is not much for you, most of you guys watching here. But as a $15 table in Green Bay, I was not prepared for the strategy. So I went up, I shot, I was the only one at the table, and this is like at 8 o'clock at night on New Year's Eve of all times. People are not used to the $15 table, so nobody's on the table. So I shot once, about 10 minutes in, I was up, 5 minutes in actually, I was up $10. I walked away and I didn't go back to the table for about an hour and a half or so. Then I went back up again, played a little bit, lost $200, bought in for another 200. But my last shooter, I actually got all my money back that I lost except for the $105. So total for 5 days, down $195. So not every time that you go to the casino that you do win money, but hey, keeping everything honest, keeping everything transparent, that's what this journey is about. And we got 2 wheel pair of dice checking in. Also, good morning to everybody. Let's get started on Crapsee here. Let's start off with a $10 pass line. Make sure you press that all bets set button. And again, I do have a $5 table for Crapsee if you do want to play that low, but we are going to play it as if it is a $10 table. And we're going to go all bets set here. Hopefully that our review of my last few days is not too boring for you guys. Hopefully you got something out of it. Let me know in the chat if you actually got to play this weekend as well. We're going to start off with the hard way set. This is what I did at the table. My first roll is always a hard way throw, and we're going to look for seeing what comes up here, and we'll explain in just a second here. Stick right one, dice out. And we got a 3-3 hard 6, the double Degen. So double Degen will be our first point here. And let's see if KPI is working. It is. Awesome. So let's get that entered into Crapsee. And I had just learned that I believe January 16th is going to be the updated version of Crapsee. That's the way it's looking right now. Hopefully everything goes well and everything stays on date and everything updates properly. Hopefully tomorrow I'm going to be beta testing the new version behind the scenes. I really can't talk much about it other than the date, I believe. Good morning, Dust One. So hopefully once that new version of Crapsee comes out, we're going to have a lot less problems. The bets we pin out properly, the rebuys are going to hopefully work properly, all those type of things. What I did at the casino is I did a 66 inside of myself, so let's do that right now. So we're going to go $15 on the 5 and 9. We're going to go 18 on that 8. We're going to go $10 pass line odds. And I had one of the people talking in my comments of one of my posts, my community posts the other day, talking about how 64 across is a better bet low. And I agree, because you get paid out on 2 more additional numbers. But the style of play that we do with the blue collar craps is we're trying to get down to break even as fast as possible. And if you start at the $64 across level, you're not going to have a chance to reduce your bets unless you go down to a $12 6 and 8 off of 2 hits. So that's one of the downfalls. So we're going to play the inside 3 units here. Skill 66. Let's go all bets set. Good morning, Clay. Again, 5454 dice set. Dice out. And we got a 358, the Great 8. That would be Leon from Great Craps. So what I'm doing is I'm throwing the hard way set. I'm looking for any 6s or 1s. If a 6 or 1 comes up, that means I'm off access. If I get an early 7, that means I'm double pitching, or any 7 for that matter is pretty much a double pitch of some sorts. And if I double pitch really early, I switched right over to that 3V dice set the next time I threw. So the next time I threw, that could have been, say, an early 7 on a come out roll. So that was the nice thing. I could switch over to that 3V dice set. I started rhythm rolling at the table, and that would help extend the length of my roll. So that worked out really nice. Something to consider when you're going through. But anyway, we got hit on that 8, so that's going to allow us to pressure each of our bets 1 unit on the inside. So we're going to go $20 on that 5, and now we're going to go 24 on that 8. We'll pick up an extra $5 on that pass line odds. So we got $15 on the pass line odds or the $10 pass line bet. And we got all bets set here. Dice out. 5, 4, 5, 4. And we have a 4, 5, 9, the Big Mac hard 9. So that is perfect. Can I announce that left die first, the right die second? So that's going to allow us to get to even on this shooter. In fact, we'll make a profit of $5 going forward here. So we're going to bring all our bets down. We will go 44 inside. It's $10 on the 5 and 9, $12 on that 8. Stick with no pass line odds at the current moment. And our goal now is to get the trend betting started so we can get some money brought back to the rack. Remember, we started our bankroll off with a new table today, $15 bankroll, so we're up $49 if we were to take everything off right now. We got 5, 4, 5, 4 hardware set. And the amount of idiots at the table that I experienced this week is on frickin' real. Guys, when I play with the team down in Joliet, it's amazing how spoiled you get. I would imagine an East Coast people crew, Jeff from Mid-Atlantic Craps, Clay, Dice Degen, all those guys, Old Bay Craps, Lou, all those guys, when they play together, I can just imagine how nice it is to play on a regular basis with a group of people that are like-minded to go make some profits and try to work together. You know, clearing that landing zone, that was my biggest thing. Last night I had my last roll, and it was really nice because I was actually doing really well. I was probably somewhere around roll number 12 or so, and this whole area was clear. And remember, in Green Bay, my pass line comes right up to here. So it's right up close, within 3 to 4 inches of the back wall. So I'm about 12 rolls in, all of a sudden some idiot comes and starts placing bets right where I'm freaking landing the dice. It just irritates. Different guy, and a shooter like 2 to my right came in, and mid-roll on her, throws freaking money right down as she's ready to throw the freaking dice. It's just unreal, the idiots that are out there. Come on, guys. Etiquette. Dice out. And we got a 6, 3, 9. That would be the center field 9. So that is our hit to get started on the trend betting here. Now I have an option to go with this now. Either I can bring the 9 and 5 up to $15, or we just go to $15 on a 9 and bring a little bit more back to the rack. Good morning, Arnell. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go right now, since it's the first show, we're gonna go $15 on that 5 and 9. So we brought a little bit back, put a little bit back on the table, and trying to get these bets up. My first goal is to get up to this 96 cross bet level, and then from there, once we're at that level, I start trend betting just the number that's hit. First bet is usually the trend betting of the number hit and the sister number. So we're going to go all bets set here. Go for 5, 4 hard reset. So Clay was on another 5-point fire bet in AC. Not only 5 points made, but set the point of the 6. Wow, very cool. Were you the shooter on that, Clay, or was somebody else? Days out. The most points I hit this last 5 days, I think, was 3 points, even though all the tables I was at did not have a fire bet. And we got an ace deuce Alfredo, so that's the 2-1-3 craps. So that's kind of one of the things. Also, my second day playing, and I was at the Diamond Joe, I had thrown, I would say, probably about a 25-minute throw, maybe 30 minutes, somewhere on there. And I did not throw a single horn number at all during that roll. So that was a nice little roll there. And that was one of the days that I did make profit when I was playing. Again, 5-4, 5-4. That 2-1-3 does nothing for the bets. Again, we're looking for an inside number right now. So Lou was the one who made a 5-point. Awesome. Very cool. Congratulations to Lou. And that's Steel Legion Lou, for those of you who are not familiar with who Lou is, who is one of the AC crew members. Dice out. And my sympathies go out to Dice Degen, if he's in the chat or checking in here, for his Eagles going down yesterday, allowing the Dallas Cowboys, which actually hurts me to say, because Dallas Cowboys are a fan favorite of several members of this household, which I do not want to admit to those people. But Eagles went down yesterday. But our Packers shined a little bit last night, so that was awesome to see. Packers moved back into the playoff picture again. All they have to do is beat the lonely Bears next week, and then we'll be in the playoffs. Days out. And a little bit wild on that right side, but we have a 5-5 hard 10, the Old Bay Bushel. But over the last 5 days, other than playing craps, guys, I really have not been following much of the craps YouTube world. It was nice to get a little bit of a breakaway. I know I did jump on with Alfredo maybe one night. I jumped on with AZ one night just to play along with Crapsee, but really didn't follow up too much at all. So Clay picked up an extra $1,000 laying that 6-point. Awesome. Again, that 10 does nothing for our bets, so no help. And Arnell goes, nice $5 is a no-brainer. You know, that's one thing, again, that I don't have access to unless I go down to Joliet, is that fire bet. And he's talking about laying the 6-point. If the 6-point is hit, make sure you lay that number so it's a guaranteed win. Just like if you're playing at ATS and a box number is available on your last hit here, guys, consider laying the bet if you have a large enough bet on your ATS, so that way you have a guaranteed winner no matter what. And if we get to that point sometime today, I'll show you what I'm talking about. So all bets set here, and dice out. Ooh, veered off into the hook a little bit. But we have the 5-6 mid-bow yo. That is the Cheeto coming to us from above. 5-6. That's another ATS number. That's no help for our bets. If you are playing at ATS, though, all we need is midnight to hit that tall. And all we need for the small is the 2, 4, and 5. So again, 5-4, 5-4, and that was one dice off axis there. Remember what this hardware said, if a 1 or 6 shows up, that's a dice off axis. One dice off axis is usually standard for me, so that does not make me worry too much. That last throw was a little funky though. Mechanics were off a little bit, so we got lucky. And again, that was no help for our bets, so let's go all bets set here. And dice up. We got 13 people watching. We got 4 likes. Happy New Year's to everyone that's coming in late here. Dice out. And we got a 617. Ouch. So we got to break even. We got a few hits in. Nothing were on the inside, so that sucks a little bit, but we did make a slight profit on this shooter. So I'm happy with that to get started here. So we made a profit $11 off that shooter. This time what we're going to do is we are going to pretend that somebody else is shooting. We're going to stick with that hardware set though, because it did treat us well so far with that first shooter. And we're going to do kind of a Dallas drawdown. So once we get a point set, we're going to go to 160 across, and we'll start drawing those bets down and try to get to the 64 cross bet level as soon as possible. So all bets set here, and dice out. And we got 437 on the come out, so the pass line winner, a natural. So that's 2 sevens in a row with the hardware set. So we're going to switch it right over to the 3V dice set and start doing some rhythm rolling. And that's exactly what I was doing at the table, and that did pander well for me. So we'll switch right over. That hardware, or the 3V set, takes out 2 of the sevens on a double pitch. So the only time you're going to double pitch is if it stays primary and one dice stays on top, the bottom number shows up. That's where that 7 comes from on the 3V set. Otherwise, you need a single pitch and one dice off axis in order to get that 7 to show on the hardware, on the 3V dice set. I'm sorry. So Lou hit that 5-point fire bet. Clay tossed him a $1 tip. It's freaking hilarious. So let's go all bets set here and dice out. A little bit of a high bounce. We have a 2-5-7, another come out 7. So do not work those come outs, guys, unless you are hedging or protecting yourself. Famous words of another YouTuber, Texas crap shooters Alfredo. Do not work the come out. 3-2, 3-6. We'll try that one more time. Again, there's a little bit of a high bounce on that one, so let's pull that landing zone back just a little bit. He should have signed the $1 bet. That would have been hilarious. So all bets set here. Again, I'm not doing any pass line or don't pass line. Pretend somebody else is shooting. And it's out. And hey guys, they come in triplets, 5-2-7 again. So let's go over to our all 7 sets, see what happens with that. So this is the nice thing about throwing that bad number on a come out, is if you're playing that pass line, it does pay out. But we also have the option of switching our sets around really quick. Making sure that the mechanics are still on, but switch that set around really quick so that we can hopefully lengthen your roll here. So we got a 1-2-6-5 for our new dice set, the all 7 sets. So let's go all bets set here and dice out. And wow, guys, 4 sevens in a row during that come out. So another pass line winner. I should have been putting a pass line bet out there. I would have been close to goal for the day for blue collar craps rules. We're up $11 for the day though. Again, last time switching, we're going to go back to the hardware set. We're going to start it right from the beginning where we're at. So let's go. I slightly mentioned Dustin won the Packer Viking game. What was the Minnesota quarterback naked with that young lad? No clue what you're talking about, my friend. Nor do I think I want to know. But anyhow, all bets set and dice out. A lot of big games that happened this weekend. Dallas's win over Detroit, unreal. Philadelphia's loss. Packers win. The Stars are aligning Wisconsin, so that way we are going to get into the playoffs if we win next week. Dice out. And we finally got a point established here. 3, 5, 8, the Great 8. It's the second time we've thrown that for the day. As far as the Great 8 is concerned. 3, 5, 8. There we go. Again, sticking with that 5-4-5 for hardware set. That was a single pitch of the dice on that last throw. We're going to go with 160 across. I did not hear what you're talking about at all, Dustin one, so I'm going to have to go back and look it up. That does scare me a little bit, though. But anyhow, 160 across is going to be $25 on the 4, 5, 9, and 10. We got $30 on that 6 and 8. Anyhow, we'll go all bets set here. I know that Minnesota is having some quarterback problems. Their first string, Culpepper, went down a while back. I believe it was a shoulder injury. And then their second string person they pulled out. And they started their third string quarterback last night, so that was a benefit for the Packers because they did dominate on his inexperience. But other than that, the Packers did play awesome last night. That's out. And we have a 4 through 7 out. So 7s are coming hot and heavy now. The first shooter we did do well. Average, yeah, 8 average or whatever. But wow, what do we do here, guys? Let's adjust our landing zone here. We're gonna stick with that hardware set. We'll adjust our landing zone back just a little bit and see what happens. I'm starting to look like Alfredo's come outs on that one. Amazing. Here, let's go with that $10 pass line bet since that's what we are hitting right now. We got 4 people playing Crapsee. We have 13 people on YouTube watching live. Arnell, I saw that Arnell did a new updated beta testing of the Crapsee app yesterday. Just wondering how that went for you. Will probably be beta testing tomorrow morning the new Crapsee version. Behind the scenes, to everybody playing along, you should not see a difference at the current moment until they do the update. I believe again January 16th is when that'll be coming out. But here as the content creator and the behind the scenes tester, I should be able to see the difference on my side. So I've not had a chance to take a look at it yet. I hopefully will sometime today. Let's go all bets set here. Dice out. Still with that hardware set. Let's adjust that landing zone so if we can get rid of those come out 7s. And we have a 2, 4, 6. That would be the 2x4. So 6 is our new point. So hopefully we made the adjustment we need to do to get rid of those bad numbers. And let's get a long roll in here. So we took a little bit of a dig on that last shooter. That was a 160 cross. We're going to do the Dallas drawdown. Let's try it one more time here and see what happens. So we're going to go 160 across. Bet level is 25 on a 4, 5, 9, and 10. Let's do $20 in pass line odds. Okay, I did not hear any of that stuff. So anyhow, let's go all bets set here. Dice out. A little bit long on that landing zone. I was trying to land it back here. We landed up in here. We have a 6-6, the OMC craps, all the dots and all the spots, midnight. So Roger is representing here on the table. Hit one of those bookends if you are playing the ATS. Again, 5-4, 5-4, hard reset. I will do so or no. That is good to note. So tomorrow, guys, if I can get into the new beta version, I will probably be announcing if there's any bugs that I see on my end. And just for simplicity's sake, when I'm doing the video, I'll say what shooter it is, which roll number it is, so that way everybody, or the programmers can look to see what happened on that. So Arnell's going to be testing it again this afternoon. Make sure you guys check out Dice Grinder's YouTube channel then and jump on with him and practice the testing, practice the Crapsee app, so that way you can help find the bugs and help fix things that are going on. I will see, what time are you going to be going live with the test this morning, Arnell? Let me know and I will announce it quick. So that way everybody can get on if they are available. It is New Year's Eve, so hopefully nobody's working yet today, except for you luxury retired individuals that are watching right now. Must be nice. All bets set. Let's go dice out. Our attendance on YouTube is down only to 13 today, so everybody must be sleeping in. Dice out. A little short in the landing zone this time, but we have a 5-5 hard 10, the Old Bay bushel. So that's the second Old Bay bushel that we're through today. So it looks like we're throwing outside numbers a little more predominantly. Normally I throw those inside numbers relatively consistent. We're doing outside numbers today. So instead of drawing down the outside, let's draw down that inside. Let's bring that 8 down to $18. And let's bring the pass line bets down, our pass line odds down to $10. So we're gonna go 18 on the 8. We're gonna $10 pass line odds, so that we brought some money off the table. We did bring some back to the rack. Again, 5-4-5-4 was a dice. It was the dice set, and we had a 5-5-10 for the roll, so that was a primary hit. Lazy Dog says, "This dog hates bugs. Throw me some bones." So anyhow, let's go all bets set and dice out. Looking for one more hit on any of the box numbers. Now we'll come down to 64 cross bet level. Dice out. And we got a 1-2 ace deuce Alfredo sauce. That left eye hit the back wall, kind of did a right roll, and then it rolled straight over to the left. Kind of like it caught the felt after it came back down. Other than that, the energy in those both dice looked nice. The landing zone was about where I wanted it to be. Again, so that does nothing for our bets, so no help. 5-4-5-4 when our hardware set. That's the one's dog has fleas. That's something you need to take care of, my friend. Give it a bath, jump in the bath with them, so that way you don't get the fleas either. So all bets set and dice out. And we got a 4-5 hard 9 Big Mac. Jeff showing up on the CMJ table. So again, we got another outside number. So glad we kept that 9 up. That's going to be another $35 brought back to the rack. Gives us $84 brought back. Let's bring our bets down. We'll go 64 across. And we're going to start our trend betting immediately here. So we got $10 on a 4, 5, 9, and 10. We have $12 on an 8. Sticking with only that $10 pass line bet. Let's get to that 96 cross bet level here. And then we will start single pressing or trend betting just the number that's hit. So all bets set here. Dice out. A little bit long on that landing zone, just by about an inch or two. So again, another ace deuce Alfredo sauce. 1, 2, 3. ABC. Sorry, guys. A little whacked out. It is New Year's Eve. I stayed up till about 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning. I did not drink last night. Went to the casino. We were home by 11 o'clock and started watching on Netflix. That Elvis movie came out, girlfriend's favorite movie. Wow. Dustin, I don't know what you've been smoking last night, buddy, but he got some originals today. He says his cat smokes weed, so I'm hoping he means catnip. I used to live in Iowa for a while when I was younger, and my girlfriend at that time had a cat that we let outside, and they had some catnip outside, and it was hilarious watching the cat because he'd go over to the catnip and all of a sudden he'd be swatting at the mosquitoes in the air. Freaking hilarious. But anyhow, what we threw? We threw a 1, 2, 3 ace deuce Alfredo sauce. Let's go all bets set. That was no help for us. Dice out. Dice landed really weird. Neither one of them hit the back wall. They landed right where I was aiming for, and then they crossed. Really weird. But we have a KitchenAid mixer. 156. It's Chris from Sideshow Gamble, which, guys, hopefully that'll be coming out pretty soon. The Ed from Roll to Win and Gargoyle teaching or coaching Chris from Sideshow Gamble on his shooting. So hopefully that comes up pretty soon here. That was our point. So we hit the point finally. And let's go with 10. We're going to add another $10 to that pass line. So we'll make that a $20 pass line bet. Again, 5, 4, 5, 4. And all bets set. Dice out. And we got a come out of a 617, perfect time for that. That is both the dice off access. So that is $20 brought back to the rack since we upped our pass line bet for this come out. So that is a natural. So we're going to stay at that $20 pass line bet. So far, we're up on the sure. We have $114 brought back to the rack. We have 72 on the table currently. And we're getting close to getting back to that break even. Remember, we lost $160 on that second shooter. And again, we're going to go all bets set here. We're going to stick with that 5, 4, 5, 4 hardware set. Dice out. And we have OMC Craps, all the dots and all the spots. Midnight. So that is a pass line loser on the come out. So it giveth and it taketh. It is again both dice off axis there, so we're going to put $10 on that pass line. So we're still in a profit on this shooter. $94 brought in, 62 on the table. Remember, our box numbers are turned off right now. And we'll call that all bets set here. Dice up, stick with the hardware set. Dice out. Ooh, kind of a weird roll. They both landed right about here, right behind where I was aiming. I was aiming for here, about an inch or two away. They split apart, but we have a 5-4 hard 9 Big Mac. It is a consistent repeat number for the day. So we got lucky. Normally that dice splits apart. That is a bad number to shows, which wouldn't have bothered me with that come out. But anyway, we got the 9 as a point, so we're going to take that $10 off the 9. We'll put $12 on the 6. We're still at that 64 cross bet level. And again, we're sticking with the hardware set. We'll call that all bet set here. Reset that ATS, says Lazy Dog, and that's what you need to do when those come out 7s occur. And we got a lot of come out 7s, say 5 of them out of 24 rolls. Wow. That does not help build the confidence level. So all bets set. Dice out. And we have a 628, another great 8. No, the 628 is the Duracell 8. Go own support free live craps. Give that thumbs up where deserved. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't done so already. And that is for not just for my channel, but for all of the content creators out there that you are liking. 5-4 hardware set. So that 8 allows us to go to $18 on a 6 and 8. So those are the first two box numbers. First two box numbers that we're bringing up to the 96 cross bet level. So before we were hitting the outside numbers, now we're starting to look at the inside numbers here a little bit. And all bets set. Dice out. We are $41 away from that break-even point for the day. So if we get $141, we are done for our betting for the day. Let's go all bet set here, dice out. And we have another 2-1-3 this time. Ace Deuce Alfredo sauce, 2-1-3. So talk about consistency there, repeatability. And that is 1, 2, 3 threes here. In 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 rolls. So 1/3 of the rolls are that ace deuce. Maybe that's a considerable horn bet that we should be doing, ace deuce. We're not going to, but that's something you may want to consider. Again, that's no help for us. And all bets set. Dice out. A little short on that line zone, but we have a 2-3 Justice 5. So 2-3 Justice 5. So that is another box number hit, which is perfect. So let's do this with that hit. Let's just increase that 5 to 15. If we were to hit it again, we would go to 25 plus pick up the $10 hop or odds on the pass line. We're just going to go $15 on that 5 right now. So now we are at that 96 cross bet level in the 5, 6, and 8. Still down at the $10 bet level on the 4 and 10. Again, 5, 4, 5, 4 for the hardway set. Lazy Dog says we got a shooter, somewhat. I'll bet set. We've not had a 30-40 roller here on this channel for a while, so let's see if we can get up to that today. That would be sweet. I'll bet set. Went to the left a little bit with that landing zone. I was aiming here. We were over here. 437, ouch. So I spoke a little bit too early, a little bit too loud. All bets are done here. Shoot. So we had to do some recovery here a little bit. One dice missed the wall. I went to Oneida, was it last week or the week before? I think it was the week before or no, and I threw the dice. I had about a 15 or so roller, and of those 15 throws, 10 of them, both dice, neither one of them touched the back wall. It was coming about an inch or two short every single time, and they were actually getting a little pissed at me. And they kept on saying, shooter hit the back wall, shooter hit the back wall. They did not take the dice away, and I was joking around about how I actually have become weaker since over the last few years, and I just kind of laughed it off, and they were going with it to some degree, but it was funny. Brian Flegel, who's normally in the chats, was here to witness it. It was actually pretty funny. But yeah, we're gonna go one more shooter. This is gonna be our last shooter for the day. We'll go $10 pass line bet again. See if we can get back to that break-even point, and let's see if we can make some money. We're gonna actually no, let's not do a pass line, but we're going to take that off. We're going to pretend somebody else is shooting, and I'm just going to ladder up that 160 across drawdown. So we're going to go all best set here. We made $41 on that last shooter, by the way. And dice out. Recovery mode here. Went to the right a little bit down the land zone. Again, I'm aiming right here. I landed right about here. So about an inch or two to the right, we have a 2-3 Justice 5 again. 2-3 Justice 5. Again, 5-4, 5-4. And instead of going to 160 across bet level, we're going to go with a 320 across bet level this time. Try to do a little bit of recovery on our bets. So we got $50 on the 4, 5, 9, and 10, $60 on that 6 and 8. Depending on what happens with this next roll, which number we hit, we're going to. So Clay goes, had a woman, and AC says, "You're a big guy, so you can do it." All bet set. And I agree. They were giving me shit. I mean, there was a female dealer there also, and she was like, I can hit the damn wall. And she was a pretty tiny lady. She was, I know you can. And Brian Flegel was there, and one of the times I missed the wall, and somebody made a comment about how that was my first time, and the box man goes, no, that's his 5th time or whatever. So it was kind of funny. Brian witnessed that. So they out. A little short on that landing zone, but we rolled it back into the wall. We have a 6-4. That would be the, what is a 6-4, guys? I'm brain farting today. 6-4 was Waylon's best friend, Wayne again, Daddy Joe. So yeah, 6-4-10. There we go. How can you brain fart that one? So 5-4 hardly set. That was the 10 that hit there. We're going to bring, unfortunately, we're going to bring that 10 and the 4 down to a quarter each. So we're going to draw that puppy down here. Actually, let's go down to $10 each. We're going to make that a place bet for $10. So we're going to take money down consistently there because we are trying to bring back some recovery here. $98 brought back to the rack. Actually, let's do this one. So let's just take everything down since we got 96 bucks brought back. Let's go to 96 across. So that way we are all set. We're in the profit already. $2 for this shooter. $98 brought back, 96 across. We started trend betting right away because we are at the 96 bet level. Good morning, Biff. And all bet set. So, strong man or not, I don't know. I like to call it precision shooting. If you can get away with not hitting the back wall, I don't know. Some people say it's better. Some people say it's not. I'm not of any opinion. And we got a 426, the 2x4. So that is going to allow us to press up just the 6 here. So we'll 4-2 on Crapsee. So we're going to go to $30 on that 6. Good morning, Ryan. Mark the point. Checking in here. Happy New Year to you as well, my friend. So it seems like this time period was the good time period for the longest time. I had this time period to myself, but then Brian from Hawaii, crap shooter, started practicing during this time period, so that took away some people. And he's in Vegas right now, or ending his trip in Vegas. I've not really seen or heard how he has done. I saw that Brian, everybody named Brian must be against me. Brian from Hawaii Rower started last or a week and a half ago, started posting videos about 15 minutes after I go live. So it's becoming a hot time of the morning here. Good morning, SJ. Happy New Year's to you as well, my friend. Thanks so much. And we have a 369, that's center field 9. Which is perfect for our bets. That way we can bring that 9 up to $25. So we're bringing some money back to the rack. We're pressing up some on the table, trend betting our way upwards, just the numbers that are hitting. We did a 320 across, 320 across the bet level to start with, so we can get all that shooter in one roll. So that way we are into profit and earning here. We have 140 brought back to the rack, 118 on the table, correct, our on a table, or 118 in our rack, I should say. I'm trying to read the chats and I'm trying to talk at the same time. That does not match sometimes. And all bets set here. They sucked. They stay cross on me. We have a 6-4-10. Again, Waylon's best friend Wayne at end. This time it is Big Ben showing up. So Big Ben on the table. I have not seen Waylon check in yet, so he must be still waking up and getting his coffee. Good morning, John. Pro Crap showing up. We're going to go to $25 on that 10. 167 brought back, 128 on a table. Guys, I'm going to do this one. So we're going to go back down. We're going to draw this down to 144. We're going to draw this down to 44 across. And this is the reason why. This is what the blue collar craps is all about. We have $167 brought back to the rack right now. And if we go to 44 inside, that's going to give us a profit of $59 today, which does not sound like a lot, but we were down almost 200 there. So we've come back. And this is the decision you need to make at the table for blue collar craps levels. Guys, sometimes breaking even is a win. Sometimes a small profit is a win. So we're going to take a profit right now of $59 at the very least. We're going to lock that in and we'll go all bets set here. See if we can bring in another $41 and that'll give us our $100 goal for the day. Dice out. And we have OMC Craps, all the dots and all the spots, midnight, strong number today. And I did what I just did right now. I did this a couple times at the table where I was down at the table because of other shooters. And if I would get a certain amount on a table, I would turn my bets off or I would take the bets down. And a few of the times that burned me. I had one shooter that went on to continue to roll 20 plus times after I took my bets off. I probably, good morning Durso, I probably would have made $500 just on that shooter alone, but I just sat and watched. Again, that was a method of recovery for me, if you will. Let's go all bets set here. We have $10 on a 5 and 9. We have $12 on that 6 and 8. See if we can get a couple more hits here. This is our last shooter here. Dice out. A little bit long on that landing zone. We have a 3, 6, 9, center field 9. So we're just going to do same bet. We're going to collect last shooter here. So we're just going to same bet it and bring a little bit more money back so we can get closer to the $100 goal for the day. So I liked what Darcel is saying here. He goes, start our New Year's resolution right by smashing that like button every time. I can't even talk right now. All bet set. Thanks up. A little short in the landing zone. 3-2, Justice 5. Right die hit the back wall. The left die did not. Shooters hot and cold there, Buckeye Slim. I've had decent rolls, kind of. Nothing terrible. Oh, the only bad shooter that we had was that second shooter, 5454. So I said, so the second shooter was a bad one. Other than that, not the worst, I guess. We'll go all bets set again. This is the last shooter, so we're just collecting some money back. We need another $13 to get to that $100 profit for the day. Dice out. Again, shortening that landing zone, but this time we have the 628 Duracell 8. Again, go out, support Free Life Craps, thumbs up, subscribe, do what you need to do, or thumbs down and unsubscribe, your choice. But hey guys, we are approaching the 2,000 subscribers for the CMJ channel, which to me just amazes me. I know I've not grown nearly as fast as other people that started at the same time in YouTube as me, such as Jeff from Mid-Atlantic Craps, John from Crow Craps. But we're approaching the 2,000 mark subscriber here. We have another about 70 people to go. And we'll hit 2,000, which is remarkable. I'm totally amazed. All bets set here. Totally thankful for everybody that's popping in every day, supporting me, watching me, encouraging me, and chastising me. They thought. Again, a little short in that landing zone, but we have another 628 Duracell 8. Duracell shows up on the table. We start rolling his numbers consistently. Repeatability, guys, is what this is all about, trying to hit numbers on a consistent basis. If I was trend betting right now, continuing my trend betting right now, we would be actually bringing the money back and bringing it back up. That was our point. So we're going to be looking for a new point here. But if I was trend betting this, my 8 right now would probably be somewhere around the $60 bet level. All bets out. And we are actually, guys, I'm going to clear that out really quick. I'm at that $1,600 level, so we're going to pull our bets down. And I'm going to call that all bets set again. So we are at the $100 profit. And this is where you need to pay attention to the table so you know where you're at. I'm just going to finish the roll off for everybody else that's playing here. 5454 set. All bets set. Dice out. And we have a 3-2-5, Justice 5. So 5 is that point. Guys, John should be starting his daily paycheck pretty soon. If you need to bow out, I would understand. You can check that out on Casino Gaming TV. He also is rebranding his coffee and craft show. It's going to be called the Coffee Run now. I saw his new logo. And guys, do you like the new thumbnail that I put out? I kind of am splitting up the level up program here with the blue collar craps program. And we're going to call all bets set. Dice out. And we have a 6-5 mid-mo yo. That is Cheerio coming to us from above. So yeah, I put out a new thumbnail trying to split up the blue collar craps and the level up program at the same time. This level up program, guys, I love the program. It's working on a consistent shooting and all that stuff, but it's taken forever to get through this brown belt and the black belt. Once we get to that, it'll be the same thing, taking forever. Go ahead, John, start up whenever you want, your choice. I have no problem with that. I'm going to be ending at the end of this shooter though. All bets set. Made a profit of $209 on this shooter, so we made our $100 goal for the day. Dice out. And we got 358, the Great 8. Leon from Great Craps showing up a couple times today already. Haven't seen much come out from Leon much lately. Seems to go in waves. His last wave was the casino openings in Florida, which are actually pretty awesome videos to watch. If you guys haven't seen those, go check those out. He had people like Ric Flair and Hulk Hogan on there that were there for the opening of the casinos down in the Seminole Indian tribes. Dice out. Dice did cross on me. We have a 5-4 Big Mac hard 9. So I'm starting to pick up the pace here, guys, so we can get these rolls in. Get John started on his show. So make sure you keep up and Crapsee with me. Remember that Crapsee is real time. YouTube does have a delay of 10 to 15 seconds. So, okay, so I should take a picture on a gi and use that as my thumbnail. I had one like that at one time. I did change. I actually have all the belts here. I legitimately am a 3rd degree black belt, so I do have all the belts. I can just take a picture with that belt on if I wanted to. What he says, I could change it in Photoshop. I actually use a program called GIMP, which is a free Photoshop program. Dice out. And we got 134, the Big Joe from Craps Master Journey. So that's our first 314 today. Five four. And we got all bets set here. Dice out. And 145 horse and buggy. So guys, I took the money off the table so we can make profit. And we are going on a heater. So John, feel free to start up whenever. Don't wait out for me, my friend. This is the part that sucks, guys, about trying to share the airwaves is sometimes I end early, sometimes I get on a good roll at the end, and I'm going to keep on going as long as I need to go. I'm not offended if he would start ahead here. All bets set. And guys, we hit the tall. That's even pretty cool. I'm not sure when we hit it, but that tall is hit. All we need to do is a 2 and 3 for that small to make them all. Dice out. And we have another 5, 3, 8, great 8. And it's kind of it kind of shows, guys, once you get in a groove, how the numbers just flow out. You get more comfortable, you get more relaxed with the throw. Concentration to get it started in the right direction, I guess, is key. 5, 4, 5, 4 is the dice set. And we got all bets set here. Dice out. 3 degrees below 0 black belt. That is hilarious. We've been pretty blessed this year. It has not been terribly cold. In fact, we finally got the second snow of the year this weekend. Dice out. Wow, that landing zone was really short, and that roll finally comes to an end. 2, 5, 7. Ouch. That is an ouch. Yes, it is. So, really quick here, let's get it in Crapsee. I made gold today, $100 gold. We had a good roll to end the day. Let's go through our statistics for the day. Today we had an 11.5 SOR. We had a 5.1 SRR because of all those damn come out 7s. We did 4 shooters. We had a 8, 6, 14, and 18. Strong numbers today were the ace deuce, slightly that grade 8 and the 9. Box numbers, inside numbers were around either a little bit lower than inside our expected number. We have 4s and 10s are low today. Come out 7s are off the charts. Horns and fields are slightly high. Hardwares are low. We're definitely on a light side play today. If we look at the brown belt statistics, and this is through the end of the last day that it went live, which I believe was last week Wednesday, we had 3,518 rolls, 9.44 SOR. We have a 6.87 RR. The numbers today will actually bring those numbers up. But hey guys, check back tomorrow. We will be doing a level up program one more time here tomorrow. I shouldn't say one more time. We're going to continue with it tomorrow. Good morning, Kevin Smith, by the way. But hey, my name is Joe. This is my Craps Master Dice Shooting Journey. Let's make it yours too. Thanks a lot, everybody. Be prosperous and be good.